Yo, what's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. Borussia Dortmund versus Real Madrid 5-2. What am I talking about? 5-2. I don't know where I got 2-1. I was going to say 2-1. Real Madrid were destined to win this game, obviously, but they were also destined to lose it pretty hard against a Borussia Dortmund side that, after those two goals, looked unstoppable. It did not look like they were going to lose this game. And I could understand the change, what Nuri Sahin did with the switch, which changed the whole dynamic, the whole structure of this whole game, blew it away. He pretty much ruined everything that was going on with Brandt, Malen, Girassi, Bensebaini, Sabitzer, Bino Gittins, who were having a phenomenal game. They had such a good match after those two goals, and obviously the goals that came, the two goals. They were having such a great match, and everything completely changed after that. And maybe had the game gone directly, obviously that's not going to happen, gone directly onto the second half, this probably would have been a different game altogether. They could have gotten the 4-0. They were unstoppable. They were having such a good game. This guy, Bino Gittins, was completely destroying Lucas Vazquez, who, again, I could go on a whole video about how Lucas Vazquez is just, I don't want to say it, but yes, trash of a player for Real Madrid. He might be good in other teams, but not for Real Madrid, and should have been sold, not loaned, sold 10 plus years ago. If he's playing well, it's because he's been almost 2 decades in this Real Madrid team, and I don't care if he scored a goal. And if anything, you could probably even thank him for the 5-2, for the 3 goals that they ended up scoring afterwards, because he pretty much started that. You know, it was a 2-2, and he ended up scoring the 3-2, right? But I don't care, man. Like, he just got obliterated by this guy, Gittins. Gittins wasn't even really making an effort with Lucas Vazquez. And the 2 goals were his fault. Absolutely his fault. The first one, what the hell was he trying to do? Like, dribble towards the middle, ends up getting dispossessed. End up beautiful, obviously, scoop pass from Girassi to Malen. And there's no way Malen was going to miss from there. And then the second one, again, was there ever any doubt that he was going to get to the ball before Bino Gittins? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He should have been subbed. I mean, there has to be someone in the academy that's better than this guy. Please, please. And the fact that he scored a goal, obviously he's going to keep on playing. And since Carvajal is injured, I mean, you know, and it's funny because I heard somebody say that they prefer Vazquez over Carvajal, over Frank Garcia, even over Mendy in terms of attack, because he links up so well with these players. I don't give a rat's ass about that, because this guy can cost you a game. So what does it matter if he can combine really well in the attack with the other players if he's going to cost you games? And the 2-0 was because of him. It was Vasquez's fault, you know? So, oh man, I could just go on with how bad of a player Vazquez is for Real Madrid. So Nuri Sahin and that change with the Gittins, I didn't get it, but I kind of got it, or at least I thought I understood why he was doing that, defending 2-0. And like I said, they looked unstoppable. There was no reason, you know, especially, I don't think he was only thinking about this game. I think he was thinking about prior games, the beginning of the season for Real Madrid. That's been just not the best of seasons. For me, personally, I think it's what's supposed to happen, and you can never underestimate a Real Madrid team. But I understand, like, you know, you're not having the best of seasons, and you're starting off the season pretty bad. This game, you're dominating against Real Madrid. Yeah, just want to secure things, but there's so many minutes. That's a mistake. There are so many minutes, but he did not. I mean, you're looking at the way they're playing, and any time Real Madrid had the ball, yeah, they were attacking. They had some shots, some on goals, some not. But every single time they were attacking in the first half, it was just a sea of yellow shirts in the back. And this was before they took Bino Gittins out, and he wanted to implement that defensive play. There was no way that ball was going to go in. There was absolutely no way that ball was going to go in. And sometimes there were subsequent shots, like the one from Vinicius, ended up hitting always somebody from Dortmund. It just didn't look like they were going to be able to score. Now, the mistake is obviously that, you know, unless it would have deflected off of somebody, or, you know, luckily just made its way through a bunch of legs, and, you know, the goalkeeper obviously wouldn't have been able to see that. There was just no way. There was just no way that ball was going to go in. And, yeah, you can say, I mean, it's Real Madrid, you know, they just need one goal, and then subsequent goals are going to come, right? But even I'm thinking, even if somehow they manage to score 4-0, you still can't play that defensive game against Real Madrid, especially at the Bernabeu. You can't do that in Madrid. You cannot do that. That's the one team that'll come back after a 4-0 deficit. They will come back. 4-0 is not enough. They score one and they're gonna get the four. They're just gonna get the four, and they might even get the five. It's Madrid after all. But I understand. I think it was a ballsy move. I think it was very. The temerity to do that. Take off the one player that was just like. He was having a field trip. He was having a field day with Lucas Vasquez. Made sense to putting a defender and call it a day, right? But there were so many minutes to be played. You should have done that later on in the game and just gone out there and just made history. You should have gone and made history with a 3-4-0. And it looked that way. Like I said, all these players that I mentioned, Brandt, Malen, Garassi, Bino Gittins were having really, really good a really good game, and there was no reason to change that. And for Madrid, the what do they call it? The Rudiger goal. That's how you had the ball. I don't know what happened with Jude Bellingham in the first half with the beautiful pass from Vinicius, and ends up, I think he still thought he was playing for Dortmund. He ends up passing it to the keeper. Like, what was that? The two crossbar shots from Rodrigo and Bellingham. So they had their chances, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I thought that was it. I thought we were gonna be in for. Especially the way they were playing, Dortmund, absolutely. I thought they were going to deserve, I thought that they would have deserved it if they kept playing that way. And things just suddenly changed. And Vinicius, man, if there ever was a time right before, I didn't even know it was next week that they're going to announce the Ballon d'Or. We know who's going to win. And it's funny because this whole summer, he's had a horrible summer, like crap summer, like has done nothing. And it's up to that point that I thought, isn't there a way that we can postpone? It's one of those years, and there's been many years like that. Even back when I used to watch in the 2000s, like some of these players that were, that ended up winning this, like it should have been just postponed and, done away with or something, because I didn't feel like this year, come on, I'm not the only one. There were so many people that could have won it just because there wasn't a definitive winner. Bellingham, Haaland, maybe, Lautaro Martinez, because at first it was a definite choice with Vinicius, but with this game that he had, the goals that he scored also, single-handedly pretty much, he's your winner. He's got to win. I still don't think he fully deserves it. That's just my opinion. What he did yesterday was amazing. It was absolutely a monster of game. Huge what he did yesterday, especially that second goal that he scored, the run all the way from the back. Amazing, and great effort by Bellingham, by the way, which was getting outmatched by Nemecha in the first half. Nemecha was dominating over Bellingham, but he came through. I don't think he was given the credit that he deserved because he played a phenomenal game. He made such an effort. And Vinicius as well. He had, like, even before the goals that he scored, he was running, he was attacking, he was going forward. He was, moving and trying to find the ball, the desire in him. Unlike Mbappe, you give him the ball and it's just like, I don't know, he's thinking way too much. And luckily for him, he's that fast that he can actually pause and take on two players. From a complete halt, he can just take on two players. He doesn't need the momentum of running, right? Him and Vinicius can do that. But it's just the want. I know it's just style of play, but Vinicius is just a lot more active when it comes to that. So, yeah, absolutely dominated. Beautiful game. Phenomenal match from Vinicius. Absolutely deserves the Ballon d'Or this year. And hopefully it carries on to Clásico. And he has just as good of a game as he did in this game against Dortmund. He has to. He definitely has to. Against Barca, he has to. And I hope it really carries on. To make people forget, I'm not forgetting, to make people forget what a crappy summer he's had, and how he was in doubt. This whole summer, everybody was saying, well, maybe it could be Bellingham then. Maybe it could even be Carvajal. Like, what a joke. It could be Carvajal. It could be Rodri. Like, dude, it should be Vinicius. And you should have somewhat of a consistent run. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Really good game. Enjoyed it. Today, Barca versus Bayern. Hopefully I can catch that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.